Hey everyone, it's Bobbie at the Paper Jungle. I have a real cute treat box for you today. This I saw this idea on by Angie at Chicken Scratch. It's just the cutest little thing, and it perfectly holds a little Debbie cookie. And then I had this little chef or baker man, whatever he is, on a digital image, so I colored him in and used the layering ovals and cut out the glimmer paper, and then this Christmas treats just for you, and that came off of the I think it's Candy Cane Christmas it's called. It's this one here. It's a real pretty font because it's real scripty, and I used the layering ovals like I said for both of those. I have another one here ready to go. I had to lay it aside so that it would stick to the glimmer paper. So that's the one we're going to use. I made him a little bit smaller because you can see on this one his feet kind of ran off the edge. So I shrunk him a little smaller this time. So I got that block holding that down till it dries. And here's my tag. Okay, so what we need to do is make the box. And I'll put a link at the end of the video of all the supplies I used, and also a link for Angie's site so that you can watch her video. She did a real good video on constructing the box. Okay, so you need an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and she had done hers in designer series paper and suggested that you make yourself a template out of cardstock. Well, I went to make my template out of the Always Artichoke, and it went so well with this paper that I intended to make the box out of. I decided just to use the box because of the heaviness of the cardstock. It really holds up well. So on the long side, the 11 inch side, you're going to score at 3 and 4. Let me get my arm out here. And 7 and 8. And then we're going to turn it around to the 8.5 inch side, and we're going to score at 3 1/4. Right there. And 4 1/4. And that's all for the scoring. Okay. Now you'll notice this section down here is smaller than this section up here. And this is the section that we want to trim. So we want to cut from this score line to this score line. And you can either draw a line or you can just eyeball it, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to cut across there, like so, and then the same thing on this side, across to this point, and then we're going to turn it around to this side, and we want to cut all the way in to the second score line. And then we're going to come in to the second score line, or no, sorry, the first score line, and we're going to cut up to that point, all the way up to the first cut line, and then into, that gives you a little tab for folding it up. So let's cut up on this one. And we're going to cut in from the side all the way to the second score line, and then on this one to make our little tab. If I can get my scissors to hold in there. There we go. Okay, so it kind of looks like a big fat arrow. So we're going to fold these in, and where's the bone folder? Somewhere here. There it is. Give these a nice crease. And then on this second one. It's a real easy box to put together. It looked more complicated than what it really is. Okay. So we want some tear and tape on these two parts. Tear and tape. Oops. Up here. Out of sight, out of mind. If I'm not looking at it, I don't see it. Okay, so we're going to put this down here, right along the edge, so we'll get a good seal. Now I'm going to cut it just to make sure I don't tear the edge of my cardstock. And this is a little bit wider. I don't have any more narrow. So I'm going to put a second strip on. Make sure I get a good seal here. Because anytime you're making bags or boxes, you want to use some heavy-duty adhesive. Okay, so let's do the same thing to the other side. Peel this off because it's going to overlap a little bit, which is okay as long as I have the adhesive all the way to the edges. That's all I care about. Get my finger out of there. I don't want to cut it. Okay. Get that one off of there. Now if your adhesive overhangs, just take your finger and fold it back on itself. This stuff is really strong. But that's the point. It holds it together. Okay, these two are going to fold in. And this is going to fold up. And what I should have done is put my other stuff on there before I pulled this tape off, but oh well, I didn't. So this is going to go in like so. We'll put it on one piece at a time. Okay, now this one is going to fold over the side like that, and it's going to lay down there on that. And this one is going to fold up here. Okay, now I have a piece of, well, make sure it's catching. Okay. The designer series paper that I intended to use in the first place for the whole box, so I just cut a small piece, and it is 2 7/8 by 4 1/8, and if you just cut it corner to corner, it'll make a perfect mat for these two front pieces here. So what I'm going to do is adhere this down with a piece of the let me fold this back so you can see what I'm doing. I just want to put a piece down on here, and you don't want to go above the where that center piece is, because then you're going to have adhesive where you don't want it. So go all the way to the end and almost to that top and cut it. Ah, get off of me. And trim this off here. I'm going to pull this tape off. I'm going to pull it back on itself just a little bit. I might have got it just a hair too high. Now this will stick down. Just line it up with the bottom. And then you can adhere this here with a little Tombow. I should have put that on before I started putting it together, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? And this will fit perfectly on there. Leaves just a tiny little border. Oops. Wants to pivot on me. There we go. And we'll put a little piece of the tear and tape on the other flap. Like that. And cut it off. It likes to stick to me, huh? Okay. I don't have a lot of fingernail to get hold of it with. Okay. And then we'll fold this over, making sure the bottoms match. And this, uh-oh, wrong way. I cut it wrong. How about if it's, nah, I don't like that. That isn't going to work, kids. Let me cut another piece real quick. I'll be right back. Won't take me but a second. I should have thought of that since it's double-sided, huh? Okay, there we go. Now we'll put that piece on there. I wasn't planning ahead. That looks like that's just a little hair crooked right there. Let me straighten that up. There we go. Okay. Nothing ever turns out perfect, but it can all be fixed. And then that'll go right on there. It's just a little bit of a border. Okay. And then the little man, he gets 3 dimensionals, but only towards the middle and the bottom. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then he just goes right there on the front. We get the cookie out of here. Cookie fits right in it. And the little tag, I just put tied a knot in it at the top just to secure it. And I just put a little piece of Scotch tape on the end of it and attached it on the inside of the box. Just took it and stick it right in there. And there you go. And there's your little cookie box. Isn't he cute? He's just the cutest little guy. I just thought it turned out so cute. And my granddaughter needs a whole bunch of these for her band, so we've got a project ready to go. Okay guys, thanks a lot for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Bye.